Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Maya, and in today's video we're going to be doing my July wrap-up. I am at a different angle here because I am not going to be standing for this video because I don't want to. I've been standing all day. I'm tired of it. So, I am the same outfit I was in for my August TBR and the end of my 24-hour readathon. But you know what? It's fine. So, I've got them kind of in an order here of how I read them throughout the month. I don't remember all my ratings, so we're just gonna have to wing it. But I didn't read too many books this month. It's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, which is more than I thought I read. But not that bad. So, the first book I read this month was The Hawthorne Legacy by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This was part of my reading my physical TBR video, so a little bit of my thoughts are in that for the first few books. But I gave this another 5 stars. This was a reread, and so I gave it 5 stars again. I think I gave it 5 stars the first time and 5 stars the second time. So my cat is gonna knock over this pile of books, but this is the second book, so it's a little hard to explain, but this is about the same characters from the first book, which are Avery and the Hawthorne grandsons. So they are still going on their little mysteries, trying to figure everything out as to why she got the inheritance and they didn't. And I'm trying to read them all before the 4th book comes out. I just bought the other one in paperback because the paperback version just came out so that I can annotate it. I still need to finish annotating this. I never did. I haven't finished annotating this one or the other one yet, but it's fine. I'm just a little slacker. And then I read the first chapter of Fallen by Lauren Kay, and I DNF'd it. I don't know. I could not. The first chapter was 50 pages long, which I think was the main thing that pushed me off of it. And I just have no desire to actually read this book. So it is going to be unhauled over here. And then I read Unravel Me by Tahereh Mafi. I'm sorry. Minnie! The cat knocked my books over. We're working with it like this. Okay. Then we read Unravel Me by Tahereh Mafi. I think that's how you say her name. I'm not positive. This one I gave 3 or 4 stars. I can't remember. This is the second book in the series. Technically kind of like the third, because there's the first book and then a novella and then this and then a novella. But this book, I really liked it. I read this also for my reading my physical TBR video, and I read it at Universal. Actually, a lot of it was read at Universal, and then the day we got back from Universal. So this one is another second book, so I can't really explain it that much, but it continues to follow Juliet's story and her trying to figure herself out and figure her abilities out. And I really liked it, and I have a feeling that all the books after this are gonna murder me. So, we'll see. And then I read the novella, the Fracture Me novella, and I don't rate novellas, but I feel like I wasted my time. It's not her fault. I just really don't like him anymore. So, that's that. I'm not gonna really talk about it because it's not worth it, and also it's spoiler. But then we read this baby, Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros, and I gave it 5 stars. I love this book more than I think I love any book in the world. I think this is not my favorite book ever. I never knew I needed sassy dragons in my life, and I never knew I needed all of it in my life, honestly, and I can't wait until November, I think, for the next book. This is about, there is cat hair in my nose. I can feel it on my nose right here. This is about, what's her name? Violet. It's not on the back of the book. I just remembered. This is about Violet, who goes to, she's been training her whole life to be a scribe, and then her mom is like, nah, you're not gonna be a scribe, you're gonna be a dragon rider just like the rest of your family. And so she's thrown into the dragon riding school, which you either graduate or you die from the dragon school. So, and it follows her whole story, and oh my gosh, I loved it, and I love the characters, and I bawled my eyes out at the end of this book. and I cannot wait for the next one. Everyone needs to go read this book right now. Like, right now. And then I read this little trilogy. The Summer I Turned Pretty trilogy. I also own the movie cover for this one, and, well, the TV cover for this one, and I need to buy the TV cover for this one. But I read all 3 of these. I gave them all 3 stars. I have watched the first season, and I think the show is better than the books. Honestly, I think the show is better than the books. I am on the weird side of, I am Team Jair over Team Conrad. I just don't like him. He annoys me. But I did like them, and they're very pretty books. And it's about Belly, and she goes to a summer house every summer with her brother, her mom's best friend, and her mom's best friend's 2 sons. And it kind of just follows them. It's almost like a diary. In the first book, there's like almost no plot. It's just diary. The second book bawled my eyes out in the first part of it. And then the third book, I think the third book was my least favorite. But I really like the series, and I highly recommend reading it and watching the TV show. And then I read Speak. I read Speak by Lori Halse Anderson. This is a deep book. It's got some trigger warnings in it, people. Read the trigger warnings before you read this book. I gave it, I think, 3 stars. It's not the book. I just don't like books like this. Like, I can't vibe with them for some reason. I read them because I need to, because, like, I need to get this information in my brain, but I don't like them, and so I don't have much to talk about this. This girl goes to a party the summer before her freshman year. Something happens at that party. She calls the cops. No one will talk to her anymore. And it's kind of, that's the story. And then I read Truly Devious, and I give it 4 stars. This is by Maureen Johnson. This is about Stevie Bell, who gets accepted into a prestigious private school that only a certain number of students get put in every year, and they don't have to pay. It's basically full ride to the school. But at the school, years ago, there was death. The dude who opened the school's wife and daughter disappeared, and his wife died. And then I think someone else died. And it's basically her trying to figure out this mystery. She wants to know what happened. She wants to make it her mission to figure out what happened to his wife. And then something happens this year when she's at school, and everything's just kind of thrown off, and it becomes a big mystery. And she solves that mystery, and I really liked it. And I hate how the book ended, because I wanted to pick up the second one immediately, and I didn't have it. So that was very sad. And then I read Challenger Deep by Neil Shusterman. Truly Devious and through all the rest of these books were for my 24-hour readathon. That should be out before this video. It should be out the Friday before this video. So this book is about a kid who suffers with schizophrenia. So it's another one of those books that I can't vibe with. Like, it's so hard for me to read them, but I feel like I need to read them every now and then, because they give me information and a perspective that I wouldn't have gotten from anything else. And so I read it, and I liked it. I gave it 3 stars. And Neil Shusterman is a good author. And also, this book is signed. So cool. But there's not much I can talk about this book. That's basically what the story is. It's a 15-year-old boy who suffers with schizophrenia. And it's basically how it affects everyone in his life and himself. And then I read The Sun Is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. A couple years ago, I think in 2019, I read Everything Everything by her, and I was obsessed with it. Like, I read it in the span of 24 hours. I didn't sleep because I read it. So, this book, I did really like it too. I think I'm giving it 4 stars. This cat is really trying to get on me here. No. So, I think I give it 4 stars. Bye-bye. And I really liked it. It's about a girl who her family is getting deported. I said that last time I talked about this too. Deported from the US to Jamaica in 12 hours, and she meets this boy, and it's basically a little 12-hour love story type of thing, and it's very cute, and I really liked it, and I recommend all of her books, and now I need to watch both of the movies. And then I read this popular book, Divergent by Veronica Roth. I read this probably in like 2018 too. And I read the whole series already, so this is kind of just a reread to me because I don't remember them. But this I gave 3 stars. I did completely talk about it the wrong way when I talked about it in my 24-hour readathon, but it's a dystopian world where everyone, when they turn 16, I think it is, gets to pick where they want to go between these 4 different factions. And our main girl picks her faction and then finds some stuff out about herself, and there is chaos ensuing in this world. And the beginning of the book, you kind of follow her in joining her new faction and like figuring it all out, and I think it's really fun. I highly recommend it. It's a good dystopian, just like chill book, you know. There's not too much to it, but there is fun to it. And now I can watch the movie, which was the main goal. And then the final book I read this month was Now That I Found You by Christina Forrest. This is a pretty short book. I gave it 2 stars. I liked the writing style. Christina Forrest's writing style is good. I did not like the main character. I didn't like her at all. She annoyed me so much. She thought that she was better than everyone else because she was famous. And I don't like her, which is why I couldn't connect with it. But basically it's about her. She gets into some trouble in the limelight. And so she decides that the best way to fix that is to do a public appearance with her grandma, who was like kind of Marilyn Monroe almost of her time. And when she tries to go do that, she meets Milo, I think his name is, and he is a musician. She's an actress, and her grandma goes missing, and so now they have to go find her. And that's what the book is about. And I think it's a very cute concept. I just really did not like the main character. And so let me just see if I can actually hold these all up at once. I don't think I can. I might be able to. Maybe. My hair is like all over the place. This is all the books I read in July. I read a decent amount actually. It's not that bad. So, like, subscribe, and comment down below what your favorite book was of this month and what your least favorite book was of this month. Yeah. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.